The Lakeside View starts right now with your hosts, Anthony Russo,
Stephanie Calise, Giselle Martinez,
and Chris Bellato. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the Lakeside View.
Hello and welcome to the final edition of the Lakeside View for this season. Alongside my co-hosts Chris Bellato, Giselle Martinez, and Stephanie Calise, we got one final broadcast for you. We're going to make it great. We're going to start with political commentator Bill O'Reilly is out after more than 2 decades with 21st Century Fox, confirmed via the following statement. After a thorough and careful review of the allegations, the company and Bill O'Reilly have agreed that Bill O'Reilly will not be returning to the Fox News channel. The O'Reilly Factor host has been mired in scandal for weeks, with the recent revelation that Fox has paid out more than $13 million to settle 5 separate sexual harassment lawsuits against him. That led to more accusers coming forward and an extensive advertiser boycott, with dozens of companies dropping their ads from the Factor, costing the network millions in lost revenue. This was Bill O'Reilly's response.
I'm sad that I'm not on television anymore. I was very surprised how it all turned out. I can't say a lot because there's much stuff going on right now. But I can tell you that I'm very confident that truth will come out. And when it does, I don't know if you're going to be surprised, but I think you're going to be shaken, as I am.
There's much stuff going on. Guys,
that's a great way to put it. Much
that's
stuff.
Totally not sketchy
much stuff,
at all.
very controversial.
He definitely did not know what to say. He's like, there's this much stuff going on.
The beauty of it is, it was his show. It was his podcast. So, like, you would think he would have thought out, what he was going to say.
At least had a script or something, but he just went,
nope, that's what he
did it
came up
live.
with.
He did it live.
He did it live. He wanted to do it live. I mean, that's him, right?
Good for him.
But,
I can't repeat the whole quote, but...
I am very happy that Fox decided to drop him. I think it was a great decision. Although I do feel they did it for the wrong reasons. They didn't morally do it. They did it for the money. Because all the advertisers who have dropped the $13 million that they have spent over the years to, silence people or to settle something. I just think it was more of a money thing than a moral reason. But also, Fox, I'm not really shocked that this has happened because a lot of Fox commentators, male commentators, have been, accused of sexually harassing female employees. So I'm not even shocked that Fox has, all these sexual harassment claims because all these male commentators have had these controversies before. So I just think, honestly, to let him go was their own money reasons. I don't think it was really anything else.
I mean, if they would have kept him, I think it would have been just more of it would have just piled on with more money, to shut people up, to not,
and they wouldn't have
anymore.
advertisers.
Yeah.
He's just sucking money out of Fox News to cover up his own doings and whatever. And the fact that his severance package is even $25 million is a bit ridiculous.
Yeah. Basically. No, I mean, I think you kind of touched on it already. I don't think this was Fox News trying to take the moral high road. I think they did it because they realized they were losing a lot of money. I mean, you wrote down, was it over 80 advertisers, I think?
82
advertisers.
Wow.
Pulled, yeah, that's a lot of money. So I don't think they did it try to be the moral giants here. I think they realized that there was a lot of money they were losing.
I want to know what's with Fox and these commentators having these controversies. I don't know.
It's all about what they're about. They cover they're very, I don't know, it's all the same niche type of people.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's the same characteristics.
There's no diversity.
Yeah.
Did you see the Jesse Waters clip?
With Ivanka Trump?
Yeah, Ivanka Trump was talking about something or other. It was, when she went to Germany or whatever, and it comes back and Jesse Waters, he's like, I like the way she holds that microphone. And then kind of did a gesture, I'm not going to do it, but the gesture of just something or other that I'm not going to. It's
very
odd.
Very
odd.
Okay. We get
that
it.
whole commentary
network.
that he did was shitty.
Fix everything.
Hey, getting Bill O'Reilly, I think, is a good first step.
100%.
Yeah.
All right. Senator Ted Cruz has introduced the Ensuring Lawful Collection of Hidden Assets to Provide Order Act, also known as the El Chapo Act. The bill would reserve any amounts forfeited to the U.S. government as a result of the criminal prosecution of El Chapo, formerly named Joaquin Archibaldo Guzman Lorea, and other drug lords for border security assets and the completion of the wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. The United States government is currently seeking the criminal forfeiture of more than $14 billion in drug proceeds and illicit profits from El Chapo. The former leader of the Sinaloa drug cartel, who was recently extradited to the United States to face criminal prosecution for numerous alleged drug-related crimes, including conspiracy to commit murder and money laundering. Is this a good idea?
100%.
No.
No.
I think it
I
is.
don't know how to feel about it.
All right, we got
think-
some dissension.
I think it's a great idea economically because it's going to be able to pay for things that I do not want my tax dollars to go to,
Right.
especially
Sure.
like the wall. If we can pay for the wall with this money, it's better than coming out of my own paycheck because I don't agree with the wall.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have something that's not my money than
Right. I don't agree with the wall, so I don't think any money should go towards
Yeah,
it. But I
so
don't want it
how
to be
about
my
no
money.
wall?
Exactly.
I don't
No
want it
wall
to be
at
my
all.
money anyway. I mean,
because it's going to get
And I
built no matter
agree.
what.
Yeah, I
the
agree.
fact that he's needs to forfeit $14 billion, I mean, that should, he obviously doesn't deserve it because it was from cartel business,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but that should be used to, cover the trillions of debt that we have, you know. There's a lot of things that this can contribute to than
Yeah.
a wall that's going to
Yeah.
for sure be destroyed as soon as it's built.
I agree. Like we shouldn't have to pay for it, like from our tax dollars. But like, there's other, like you said, there's other things that it should go towards too. And how about we just don't build the damn wall? Like,
I agree.
it's
Like I don't agree
unnecessary.
with the wall, but if they're gonna build a wall, I think they should be able to, just put this money towards it because I don't want my money going towards it.
I get
So-
it.
I think
yeah.
that Ted Cruz is doing a good job trying to get his name back out there.
Ted
Also,
Cruz.
we should,
Yeah.
a round of applause for
That
Ted
could
I
Cruz.
mean,
be
just an answer, Ted. No,
Finally.
in terms of the wall, I agree that it's just impractical and just more than anything else.
The fact that it ranges from 20 billion to 70 billion in,
Yeah.
in
Nobody can
construction
decide on a
fees.
number.
It's ridiculous.
But I do agree this is a much better alternative
Yeah.
for using that money rather than just
I guess,
letting
yeah.
it sit, where I don't even know what they would do with it if they didn't put it towards the wall. So at least this is something.
I
But
should
that
use
said,
it to
though-
cover my tuition.
yeah, pay back my loans.
I
Thank
wish.
you.
I honestly
I'll
wish
charge
that
you
would
in a few
be great.
weeks.
But
Can I get that? Thanks.
for me to agree with Ted Cruz, that's very rare. Because
yeah,
I do
anybody.
not agree with Ted Cruz.
No, yeah.
Mostly on anything. So, like, for me to agree with him, I was actually shocked that he had a great idea. I think this is a great idea for us to,
Point
for
one.
economically, I
Ted
think it's
Cruz.
going to
Point
help
Ted.
United States.
I'm
a
on the
lot.
wall about that.
Clever. Ted,
Clever,
you know for a
clever.
fact Ted Cruz is planning a 2020 presidential run.
I think he
and
will.
That's why
Yeah,
I think he will.
I'm
he's
sure he
slowly
is.
but surely
That's-
keeping
yeah.
his name in the spotlight somehow. And that's what he's doing. All right, well, coming up next, we'll be talking about what a federal judge has done to stop Trump's new executive order and what happened with Dr. Luke. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay, so just so we know,
Wake up with morning news every Tuesday and Wednesday at 8:30 a.m.
And welcome back to the Lakeside View. Sony Music is distancing itself from former CEO Lucas Gottwald, aka Dr. Luke, after a long relationship that generated dozens of smash hits for stars including Kelly Clarkson, Avril Lavigne, and Miley Cyrus. Dr. Luke also had his fair share of controversy as well when sexual assault allegations were made by pop star Kesha. Nevertheless, in October of 2014, Kesha came forward to accuse Dr. Luke of once forcing her to take drugs and proceeding to take advantage of her in a hotel room. She had also claimed that Dr. Luke had exerted, quote, suffocating control over her life for a decade, bombarding her with insults about her looks and denying her meaningful profits from her work, which included the multi-platinum single Tick Tock. What do we make of Dr. Luke's exit?
I love it. I think this is a great idea for Sony. I think that, so many people, so many pop stars like Adele, Kelly Clarkson have come out and say, like, this guy is, he's not a good guy. He's been, he may not have abused them, but he has been very controlling over their music. So I think it's a great idea for them, especially Sony's getting so many, so much backlash for this. I think it was a great idea for Sony to let him go.
Yeah, obviously there was a lot of defamation to Sony itself, along with Dr. Luke, but he's been back and forth with Kesha since ever, 2013, since I ended high school, really. I've been hearing about the Kesha Dr. Luke situation.
Yeah.
And I just thank God that he's on his way out and, like,
she can finally
make music for herself.
Finally.
Yeah.
He's like the Bill O'Reilly of Sony.
Yeah, 100%. Great comparison.
I'm like thinking about it, like, yeah. I'm glad he's out. I mean, it's sad to have like CEOs like that in companies where they unfortunately like abuse. Yeah, like they abuse women, they harass that, and they take that control because they're CEOs and stuff. So I'm glad that he's out. I'm glad that Sony finally decided to do that, and hopefully Kesha will be able to move on from this, and because I feel like I haven't heard from her. Like,
well, he stopped her from making music. That was why
she was put on like not.
Well, he basically told her that she has to go through him to make music,
right?
And he stopped her from making money on her old music, so she wasn't allowed to perform her old music. She couldn't make money.
Oh,
so
that's a shame.
he literally stopped
There's
her. There's
a lot of artists going through that.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys
sad.
remember JoJo, but JoJo just went through something like that, and she's now making.
I don't know who that is, but I'll take
You
your
don't
word.
remember JoJo? I love JoJo.
Me right now. That's okay.
That was like the big breakup song. Like, that was like an amazing song too.
Anywho.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
But at least they were able to, finally let him go, and she's able to finally.
She's
make
been
music.
very vocal on social media, and
Yeah.
she's been, tweeting a lot, Instagramming a lot, so people know on her side what's going on. So at least she's getting an outlet via that way.
Thank God.
Yeah. All right. Well, a federal judge on Tuesday blocked President Donald Trump's attempt to withhold funding from sanctuary cities that do not cooperate with U.S. immigration officials, saying the president has no authority to attach new conditions to federal spending. U.S. District Judge William Orrick issued the preliminary injunction in two lawsuits, one brought by the city of San Francisco and the other by Santa Clara County, against an executive order targeting communities that protect immigrants from deportation. The injunction will stay in place while the lawsuits work their way through court. The judge rejected the administration's argument that the executive order applies only to a relatively small pot of money and said Trump cannot set new conditions on spending approved by Congress. What do we make of this situation?
I think that since Trump's been elected, he's been trying to bring his hand forward and, put his foot down on a lot of situations, and he can't just snap his fingers and get his way. He has to go through the whole system of checks and balances. That's why they're there. He can't just say, I want to threaten the sanctuary cities. The point of sanctuary cities is to not protect the immigrants, but they are technically not allowed to cooperate with the federal government and stuff like that. And the fact that the judge said that he was literally not allowed to threaten the system like that is ridiculous.
I just think that he has, like you said, he's been trying to actually go I don't know if he's trying to go past the check and balances, or he just didn't know they were there, or he didn't think they were that hard to get through. But this is not his first time going through this process. It happened with the ban, and I'm sure it's going to happen further on in his presidency. He is getting blocked by a lot of judges, and he was saying all about the Ninth Circuit. The Ninth Circuit. This isn't a Ninth Circuit judge. It's a federal judge. He's not part of the Ninth Circuit. So it was very odd to me about his tweets. It was, he kept saying about, this is the Ninth Circuit's being terrible. The Ninth Circuit's being. It wasn't even a Ninth Circuit judge. I don't understand what he was even talking about.
I think from what you're saying, like I feel like he really doesn't even know like the system.
No.
And, like,
I don't think he does.
Like because when you said he was tweeting about the Muslim ban, he was saying like some other court, and it wasn't even that. I'm like, what do you like? You don't even know your own system. Like what? Like
I think he needs to reread the handbook on how to be a president.
Yeah.
Or
to be fair, I don't think that handbook exists.
To be fair,
I'm sure there's
the presidential library. What is it? The
Library of Congress.
Yeah, whatever. There's a secret book in there telling
There's
people.
a secret book.
I saw National Treasure.
Yeah.
There are books in there. 100%.
I believe it.
I mean, yeah, I think with this, I don't know. It's tough because I don't know if I agree. I mean, I think I do agree that we shouldn't have these sanctuary cities, but I also think too, the law has to be enforced. If you don't agree, to me, this is similar to the Kim Davis situation when she didn't want to give gay marriage licenses out because she personally didn't support it. You're working for the government.
Yeah.
You don't have to agree with the law that the government is putting forth, but you have to still enforce it. You are a government. You're a government employee. You work for the government. You have to follow what laws the government puts in place. You have to put aside your own personal beliefs.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I agree.
So that's my take on it. Coming up next, we will be talking about an unlikely duo buying the Miami Marlins and the new cast members for the live-action Lion King remake. Stick around. We'll be right back.
I am the spirit of defense. Say the name of Arbor and raise thy aegis.
All right. Aegis! No? I'm gonna cut it down.
All right, buddy, stop. No. Listen, there's goblins behind us, and I am a 20 HP wizard with Squishy, and I want to fight both goblins and some vine thing.
Listen, I got health potions!
Health potions don't matter when you're dead!
Guys, can we just stop
I don't
arguing?
want them to die!
We don't have a lot of time. They're gonna come over and kill you.
What up, it's your man Flo Rida, and right now you got it locked to WTOP.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach reemployment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
Welcome back to the Lakeside View. Derek Jeter, one of baseball's most recognizable icons, and former Florida governor and Republican presidential candidate Jeb Bush have reportedly reached agreement to purchase the Miami Marlins baseball team. Jeter and Bush recently consolidated their efforts to buy the club, and this was Miami Mayor Carlos Jimenez weighing in on the prospect of the acquisition.
I think Jeb and Jeter are just fine. Okay, I think they'll be great owners, and I believe this community is ready for new ownership of the Miami Marlins, and hopefully if former Governor Bush and Jeter, Eric Jeter, get this franchise. I think it'll be a good thing for this city and this entire community.
All right, it seems like the mayor's optimistic. What do you guys make of this?
This is not real.
It's not real.
First of all, this is fake news.
Fake news?
This is fake news. I am probably the biggest Yankee fan ever, and I'm a huge Derek Jeter fan. And he would never do. No. If anything, he's gonna buy the Yankees. Like eventually, like it's gonna not the Marlins. Like whoever is like. No, this is fake news.
I always thought the Marlins were affiliated with the Mets more. For some dumb reason.
Well, they're in the same division. Maybe that's what you were thinking of.
Yeah, right. But still, it's like Jeb and Jeter. Like
Jeb and Jeter. Sounds like a
What a duo. What a duo.
That is not. They're complete opposites.
Iconic duo right there.
I want to know,
No.
like, obviously, it says that it's not official as of right now, but
It is not official yet. No.
They like won a contest. They didn't win a contest, but I want to know what like
they got
raffle.
their name pick out of the hat.
I want to know what raffle they were like running together. They're like, guys, I have an idea.
I bet Jeb wishes that the election worked that way.
Honestly,
not wrong. Too soon for Jeb?
It's not real.
Jeb.
Fake news.
What a guy.
Fake news.
That's
Sorry.
hilarious.
I can't.
I mean,
not.
yeah, I don't know about you guys. When I first read this, I was dying. I think this is the single greatest sentence I've ever read. Jeb Bush and Derek Jeter purchased the Miami Marlins.
It's just so random.
It's so weird. I mean, I understand like Jeb Bush is from Florida, and he's a sports guy, and again, Derek Jeter is a former player, and he lives in Miami.
In Florida, yeah.
Right. I understand like that, but just. Those two with Miami.
Jeb Bush
Marlins
is the people pleaser of Miami, I guess.
Mr. Excitement over here, Jeb Bush.
Mr. Exclusive down
and
there.
Derek Jeter's Mr. New York. Like, what? No, that's not real. Sorry.
Yeah, I was very confused when he wasn't when he's buying the Miami. I'm like, wait, I don't understand it.
Derek Jeter is not that dumb. If that is true. He's not. He's actually like a good businessman.
Maybe he sees potential.
Maybe he's like, look at all my endorsements and just throw them onto the Marlins.
Maybe he's maybe
they
he sees
money
potential.
too.
No.
Like you said, he's a very smart man. Maybe he sees that this team has potential, and it can be.
That'd be a disgrace. To
only
the New
against
York
the Mets
Yankees
they have
and to
potential.
his fans. Sorry, personally to me.
Do we think Derek Jeter voted for Jeb Bush?
Imagine if he didn't.
Imagine he voted for like
Imagine
somebody
he's the
completely
only
different.
one who did.
He might have. There was literally like nobody for
Too
it.
soon.
Anyway, Jon Favreau's Lion King may have found its Hakuna Matata. Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner are in talks to voice Pumbaa and Timon, respectively. These castings come on the heels of more big news for the Lion King production. Today, Disney gave the project a release date of July 19th, 2019, along with several other upcoming productions, including Indiana Jones, Frozen 2, and Star Wars Episode 9. What do we make about the casting decisions?
I'm so excited.
I can see it on your face.
Our director would attest to this, but I am the biggest Lion King fan there is, and I'm so excited for this live action, especially because they're building up such good characters, not characters, but like actors to play the people. And Jeff Nathanson is one of the screenwriters, and he wrote one of my other favorite Disney movies, Pirates of the Caribbean, which is also a beautifully written movie. I don't know, whatever.
Love that movie.
And
Great movie.
I love all of them.
I don't know if
I don't like all of them, but the first one's
I
really
like
good.
almost all of them. I can't wait for the new one. I can't wait for the
They're
new
all
one.
good. My favorite's the first three, but
I agree.
But I don't want to wait 2 more years to see it. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited about all the Disney movies coming out. There's
Yeah,
so
there's a lot
many
of
Disney,
Disney
like
movies.
Incredibles 2. I cannot wait for Incredibles 2. I've been waiting for almost
15
15,
years,
16
something like that.
years. I am so excited for that movie. I think that I'm excited for Indiana Jones because I'm a huge Indiana Jones fan. So I just
Zell
think
is excited for Frozen too.
Frozen. Really?
Well, that makes one of us.
Wow.
I
Anthony,
love
please.
Frozen.
I'm not. I'm dissenting with you guys a little bit. I'm not as excited for the Disney movies. No, hear me out.
I don't want to.
No, listen. You have to.
No.
No. So I love. Okay, The Incredibles, amazing. Okay, Star Wars is amazing. Lion King's amazing. I love all of these movies, and I fear because I've watched a lot of movies in my day that they're going to ruin them. I've seen it before so many times,
A lot of Disney sequels don't hold up to the hype.
Unfortunately.
Actually, the Lion King
truth.
sequel is pretty good, and
well,
you know,
I didn't know who Billy. I can't pronounce his
that's
last
the,
name.
it's the Billy on the Street guy. He's on
I
Comedy
looked
Central.
him up,
Yeah.
and he's pretty good. But I don't want to like.
And Seth Rogen is one.
Yeah,
of my
no,
favorites.
Seth Rogen's great too.
I don't know.
All right, well, with the end of the summer and this being our final show, I want to ask you guys, what are your plans for the summer? Anything big? Now, you two are graduating. So, yay. Good answer.
This is our last show here at WTOP.
This is it. This is the last
for
time
both of us.
you will see these two right in the middle here. So, any final thoughts?
For the
big
past,
plans?
For the past 2 years here and the past 4 years in this major, I'm sure me and Giselle would both say that it's been fun and crazy and
stressful.
hecka excited.
Definitely.
Hecka.
I don't know what that means, but
hecka.
Okay.
Excited.
I get it.
For the
I mean, I
future.
get it.
It's
but
definitely rewarding. I've come a long way, so I'm really excited and I'm happy, but sad at the same time. But
yeah, no, I imagine it's pretty bittersweet
it's been a long,
for you guys.
definitely bittersweet for sure.
I'm definitely ready to walk across the stage.
Yeah,
So what
but
is
I'm ready for what's next. I'm excited. I mean,
What's everyone doing in the summer? Like anything
Working,
fun?
boy. I gotta make that
Okay.
money.
Make that
man.
money. I hear that.
I'm trying to find a new job, so I feel I am trying to look for jobs, and it's very, very stressful.
I'm gonna watch
right
The
now.
Lion King all summer.
Just go
Honestly,
through
I want
every
to, too.
Disney movie that's being remade and just watch them all back.
I'm gonna
That's
watch
like a dream.
Incredibles 5 times.
We were watching The Incredibles the other day.
It was amazing.
Oh, it's so you don't realize when you watch a movie that like you loved as a kid, you don't realize how good that movie was.
It was a great
like
movie.
and like the underlying jokes and like the
Frozone
subtle,
and
like,
his wife
humor.
is my favorite.
Frozone and his
I
wife.
actually haven't seen
Iconic.
The Incredibles.
Giselle, we're gonna watch it. I'm gonna
sorry.
take
We're
it.
watching.
seen it.
We're
watching
watching
it.
it. 100%.
You're gonna sit
You
here and
have
tell
to
me
watch
about
Frozen
Frozen.
too.
What?
You have to watch Frozen then.
I've already seen Frozen like
wait,
20
who
times.
hasn't watched Frozen?
Okay, so we're gonna have a Frozen and Incredibles marathon this summer.
Incredible Frozen
100%.
party.
Yes!
I actually like that. Can we get nachos and tacos? 'Cause
We'll
I'm
make
so for it.
flyers. It'll be amazing.
I'm so for that.
We'll invite the whole crew. Everybody can come.
Everyone's invited.
Congrats,
It's a
you guys.
party,
You get
and
to
viewers
get to
at
come to
home
our
can come
party.
Too with us.
All right. Any last thoughts before we finally, for the final time this season?
It's been a
Thank you.
blast.
It's been a
Thank
blast.
you for
Thank you
having
guys
us on the
so
show.
much.
You guys were absolutely awesome to have.
Thank you for having
You
us.
guys literally made the show so much better. Thank you
Absolutely,
so much.
absolutely,
much.
very
Stop
much,
it. Don't
very much
flatter
loved.
me.
And thanks to Carmen for filling in that one
Yes,
time.
Oh yes, thank you, Carmen. Woo, you're awesome.
Killing it, Carmen. All right. Well, that'll
hope.
do it for us. Thank you for joining us, and be sure to stay tuned for an hour-long special Inside the Club. Why do they get an hour?
I wish we did.
We should have
I
gotten
know,
an hour.
We need an hour.
I'm gonna write a petition to
Yes.
who's ever
A
in charge of
strongly
that.
worded
I'm
letter.
talking to someone.
Anyway.
I'm coming after you, Jason.
Okay.
Who's
Please
Jason?
be sure to join us next season. Thanks for watching, and remember to always enjoy the lakeside view. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye. Memories. Who is Jason? Oh, we're much improved from last time. That was so shady.
Want to watch a movie? Go to WTOP10.com and select Movies on Demand. You can find some of your old favorites and some new ones too. And it's free on campus. Watch and enjoy.
McKinnon overrated. Duchesne slow. Terrible. Absolutely.
Hang on, what are you two benders talking about over there? Do you even know what you're talking about?
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, you hoser. What are you gonna do, huh?
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. The pressure's too much. I quit. I get it. I can do better. Just please don't leave.
Don't let your heart quit on you. Get your uncontrolled high blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late. So for entertainment today, I'm going to talk about Black Friday, Dancing with the Stars, and Star Trek. All right, everyone's buzzing about the cast announcement that CBS just made for Star Trek Discovery. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I don't know how Chelsea does it. Guys, let's get some ideas for this week's episode. Bonnie, did you have a guest idea?